Good morning. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Please help me share this out. And if you're here, let me know you're here. Just say hello. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Take a moment, if you would, and share this out so that everybody know that we're on here. Hi, Wendy. Good morning. Gabby. Good morning, sweetheart. So I'm just sharing this right now. Julie Kiss, good morning to you. Sally De La Rosa, good morning, everybody. We are all gathering in here. Good morning, good morning. It's a good day. It's a really good day. Okay, so I did some sharing. Now, let me see who else here. Rick Morrow, good morning to you. Hi, everybody. All right, let me get on my phone so I can see all of your names on there. Well, maybe. It's a little slow coming up on the phone. And I just had a message from Deirdre, and she will not be with us this morning because she is on a train. So let's remember her today as she travels. Kennedy, good morning to you. Oh, it's afternoon where you're at. Sorry. I know for some of you it is afternoon. I'm just in such a habit of saying good morning. So what's going on with everybody today? It's Wednesday, the middle of the week. Wow, this week is really going so fast. I've been really busy getting everything cleared out, finding things that I didn't even know I had. So I've had a lot of surprises, and I found some really old pictures. So it's my birthday week. So I'm going to be posting some of my old pictures, and y'all can see me in my younger years. So I'll get that done. I had to take a picture of them so I could share them with you all. But this morning I wanted to back to work for you, Sally. Yeah, crack that whip. Get some work done. So I wanted to talk about the book because I know a lot of you are writing your chapter for the anthology that we're putting together. And we've been throwing out some names for the book. If you have a suggestion for a name of what to call our anthology, that you're very welcome to write a chapter for. We can all participate in it. But I can't remember. I think I was talking to Stacy yesterday, and we were throwing out some names. And then the inspiration hit, and I said, wouldn't it be great if we could call it Namaste, y'all? What do y'all think? Let's see some thumbs up or some hearts if you all like that idea. If we could name our book, if we could title it Namaste, y'all. So I did, around 2,000 to 2,500 words, Gabby. Oh, I see the hearts. I did some research to see if we could use that. And someone had trademarked it back in 2012, but I followed that and it was canceled last year. The trademark was canceled. Now, there's no coincidences or accidents. So when I saw that it had been canceled, I reached out to Ruth Anderson and I said, what do you think? Does this mean that we can use it? And she goes, yes, if a trademark has been canceled, you can grab it. Okay, we have a visitor. So it means that we can grab it. So if we name our book that, I'll trademark it if that's what we all want to do. And Christina, you did only 800 words. You can still add to it. There's still time. Just see what you're inspired to do, Christina. It doesn't have to be long. It can be a poem. It can be a message from you. Whatever you're inspired to do, then do that. And don't worry about limits. Don't worry about, I have to do this many words. Don't force it. We want it to be your authentic message. So if anyone wants to put in like a poem that you've written, an inspirational message that you've written, whatever it is, just do that and it will be perfect. So forget any of the limits and just go for it. And I'd love to see more of your submissions. I'm going to type in my email address so that you all can start sending them to me. I've gotten several already. And I have people that have told me that they are going to be sending me the copy of what you've written. Let's get it done. I'm so excited about this book. And I'm really feeling inspired. The one that I did, and I've sent it to several of you now, the one that I did before is called Changes, Life Changes When You Do. Well, in the very beginning of that book, Spirit dictated a story. And this feels like I'm going to continue that story for the beginning of our book. So I will tune into that. That's what I've been hearing. I've been getting little bits and pieces in the times that I'm not preparing to move. That's been like my top priority right now. But this feels like it's going to be such a huge book that's going to just touch lives. My other one did. Changes was so instrumental in a lot of people seeing that you can break through to the other side when you have a challenge. That's what that book was all about. And so this one, it feels like it's inspirational stories, it's poems, it's just your message that you want to put out there in the world. So let's make this one so awe-inspiring and really touch lives with our book. The last one that I did, Changes, for every book that was bought, I donated a book to somewhere. Could be a women's shelter, a homeless shelter, anywhere that I felt people could get that message. A lot of places, and ours is one, a lot of places have these corner book drops. You can put a book in and take a book out as an exchange. So if there's something like that in your neighborhood, then think about putting, this book in there or any book, because that's a great way for neighbors to exchange. And one of my friends had asked me to send copies so she could put it in her little corner book drop. I forget what they're called. It's like most of them are enclosed. Mine is enclosed in glass, the one at the end of my street. And it's kept up. And so the person that lives across the street from it has a security system with video. So it's always like, it doesn't get vandalized. There's not a lot of stuff that happens there other than good stuff where people are doing an exchange. Okay, so let's see what else we have going on here. Oh, thank you, Christina. Yes, it's birthday week. Sometimes I celebrate the birthday month. This time I'll just celebrate for a week. And I have like so many things that I'm doing this week for my birthday. I'm so excited that to see friends and to just sit with some of the people that have been so instrumental here in bringing through good energy and good opportunities in my life. Okay, so we have Joanne trying to join us, but she hasn't been successful yet. Oh, I see a ceiling fan. Good morning, Joanne. Okay, I don't see her yet. Um, okay, I guess she's having technical problems this morning. Sorry about that, Joanne. All right, let me see who else is on that's making comments here. Oh, Wendy, yes, I believe that is where she's going, honey. Let's see what else. Oh, you all are loving the Namaste, y'all, for the name of the book. And I see a lot of yeses and yays. I love it myself. I think that really speaks to us. It will make it very unique to us. So for those of you that came in after that announcement, we are considering Namaste, y'all, for the title of the anthology that we are doing for our book that we're all writing together. So yay. Okay. So let me get back to the comments. Julie Kiss, having a family cookout today. Wish me luck. You guys know how it is getting the whole family together. Yeah, especially if you have a big family like I do. We've had, I think in my adult years, we've had one where we planned a family get together. And then the other family get-togethers were at funerals. So don't wait for a funeral to have your family get together. Just plan it, just do it. And I know that, with the way the world is right now, you can still do it. You can still social distance and be safe, practice the safety, but just do it. Just see each other before time runs out for anyone. Yeah, just do it. That's what I'm hearing. So Julie, that's going to be an amazing time. And we do lift you up and we wish you all the best with that gathering. Good morning, Jeanette. So good to see you on here. Sharon Boyle. Yes, you missed the beginning, Sharon. We're talking about the book this morning and a potential name for our book. So if we're in agreement, then I can go ahead and apply to get that trademark so we can trademark the name for our book. And I'll go ahead and do that. And then once it's published, we can copyright it. Awesome. Okay, Julie Kiss, Teri, when your trip from India is over. Okay, I'm not sure what you're asking. My trip to India hopefully will be around February. I know that they're planning a memorial service for Prachir and Prachetta's mother around that time. And they asked me to try to be there. And especially there's a lot of celebrations that happen in India around that time. So they want to have me there to participate in some of that. Oh, thank you, Christina. Yes, the little neighborhood library. I love the idea. I don't know where it came from, who started it, but I know it's in many neighborhoods. And if you don't have one in your neighborhood, maybe consider doing one. You can. It's tiny. It's like this little box, and you can just, like I said, exchange books. Just put some in, People can take them out and replace them and bring them back and get another one. It's like a little library right there in your neighborhood. Good morning, Stacy. So, Julie, I'm not sure what you were asking, honey. I think that was a two-part question about India. And I missed the first part, obviously. Okay. Sharon, we got wild, wet weather here today, so we'll have my mobile as backup if signal is affected. That's right, Sharon, you're on today, 11 o'clock this morning, and I will be there with Sharon. I'll be hosting. So I'm so excited to hear the sound today, and I need it. Oh my goodness, I have been working really, really hard at clearing out my apartment. My car is packed. I mean, packed with stuff that I'm donating to like homeless shelters and taking some of it to other places. So, and I've got boxes packed up for Stacy, for Linda, for Tiffany. So I have stuff here that I'm going to be giving away. Also, I've given some of my jewelry away. I've given some of my gemstones away. So I'm taking a lot of them with me. And I opened up another box yesterday and I found some more crystal babies that I forgot that I even had, but I had packed those away when my apartment was being painted. So I've been finding all kinds of surprises. Marianne, good morning, sweetheart. And Sharon says she's back to clear, consistent, authentic sound today with no microphone. Yay. And oh, Julie, there's your question. What state will I be living in after the India trip? So here's the deal. I don't know. This trip, this whole journey is all guided by spirit. It was the angels that brought the message to me that I was to do this. And I have no idea. I have no idea where I'm going to end up. I know that I'm going to Michigan. I'm going to be up with Sally and Tony and Christina pretty soon. And I teach an energy healing method called Time Heals. Some of you are familiar with it. I've done free sessions before in the group for the whole group, but I do this energy healing modality for individuals. So yeah, so I train people to do it. I train people in how to train people to do it. So I'm going to be up at Sally and Tony's center, their wellness center, to train for this. So anybody that would like to come, you can get the information from them or from me if you'd like to be there when that training takes place. Or if you would like me to come to where you are and do some training in this modality or in finding your spirit guides. I train in a lot of things. So if there's a workshop that you want me to do in your neighborhood, let's talk and we can definitely set something up for that. And that will be funding some of my trip is doing workshops wherever I go. Suzanne says, it's a perfect title. Namaste, y'all. I really think that's the title of our book. It feels right and it feels inspired. Good morning, Donna Sandoval and Jean Lorio. Oh, Jean, we kept you too late last night, Jean. We had such a great discussion after our chanting group last night. We had a full house and it was so amazing to just sit afterward and talk to each other and share with each other. There were tears, there was laughter. It was so good to be there in that energy. So Jean, I knew you'd be a little tired this morning because we were on, oh my gosh, we were on for almost an hour, I think, after the chanting was over. And I want to share with everybody what happened last night, the manifestation that I had. And let me say good morning to Stacy before I do that. Good morning, Stacy. So yesterday, I'm unpacking boxes and I'm taking things out and throwing things away and putting things in the giveaway box. And I opened this one box And there is the hairbrush that I used to brush my Gizmo with. Gizmo was my beautiful cat that I lost back in October. And I've grieved for him, and I've felt his energy here a lot. But I'm not done grieving yet, as I found out yesterday, because I just held that brush and it still had a lot of his hair in the bristles of the brush. And I'm sitting there and I'm just telling him how much I miss him and how much I love him. And he was my buddy. He was my live streaming buddy. Every time I go online, he had to talk. He was very vocal. So he'd be sitting there and he'd be giving confirmations and he'd be talking and right up in my face while I was online. And I really miss that. I really miss my Gizmo. So I'm telling him this, right? And we had a good talk. And last night, Gabby came on to our chanting on Zoom. And Gabby doesn't come on very often on that. She usually chants out in the audience, not on the camera. So Gabby comes on, and then immediately when she came on, her cat got up in her lap and she showed the cat on the camera. And I knew that I had drawn that to me because her cat looks so similar to my Gizmo. And she was telling me, he never does this. He's never like this. And I'm like, well, there you go. I manifested that. I drew that experience to me. And this is what we do. This is how we manifest. We hold something so close in our heart and we feel like we have it. We feel like it's right there with us. And then it is. Before you know it, you're going to see it. You're going to see evidence of it. And I love how that was all brought together by my Gizmo. And Gabby, you're a huge part of it, and you're a beautiful cat. So I showed them a video. I'll post that video in our group today. It's a video of my Gizmo being Gizmo. He was sometimes a bully, most of the time a bully to his sister, Tazzy, and he loved his water bowl. He just loved pushing it around, protecting it. He would lay with his two front arms around the water bowl, like, this is mine. I own this water bowl. So the video that I took of him, there was one morning, he was just being such a bully to Tazzy, and he wasn't letting her at the water bowl. So he's like putting his arms around it. He's dragging it across the floor and not letting her have any of it. And then he looks up with his just adorable look like, yeah, I'm all that. He has so much personality. So I'll share that into the group because it was just a funny moment in my life to watch the two of them and to see him. And all you can do is just shake your head and laugh at him because it was just him being him. So it was just so amazing to have that experience last night and to see Gabby's beautiful cat. Oakley is Gabby's cat, and he's full of personality, it looks like, as well. He was playing with the crystals, so he was getting all that good energy and our good chanting energy as well. All right, so let's see what else we got going on. Gabby is asking if Sharon can be closer to the camera so we can see her. Yes, absolutely. And she says, I'll get as close as I can. And Stacy, you like namaste, y'all. I love that. Let's just do it. Let's make that the title. I've decided. So I will apply today for the trademark for the name of that. And Christina says, it's my hubby and my 20th anniversary today, 22 years together, and have known each other for almost 26 years. What a journey we have had. Christina, congratulations to you and your hubby. I hope you're celebrating. Let me know what's going on and what that celebration is for you. That's beautiful. And 22 years together. What a master number. Yeah, beautiful. Stacy says, I would join you today, but I just woke up and I'm a hot mess this morning. Stace, I just woke up. Honestly, I slept a little longer this morning because I was up so late working on packing and getting everything cleared out of the closet, all the stuff that had just been sitting there. So it was a late night for me. And Sharon, love to you too, honey. Love you so much. And can't wait for that sound healing today. And Sally says, we do a book loan at the center. Oh, Sally, I should bring you some of these books that I have. I have really good books. I have Wayne Dyer books. I have Louise Hay books. I have Angel books. And Stacy's getting many of them. She loves books as well. So her and her son are going to take a box of books from here. And Wendy, I posted 2 videos of Philip Nichols sound healing on the group. I saw that, Wendy. Thank you for doing that. Okay, what else we got? Gabby, I would like you to come to where I am to do some training. I would love that, Gabby. I can see that happening, training in Australia. Absolutely. And Stacy says, where my son lives, pickup trucks are not allowed to stay overnight. And I have a pickup truck, so it's tricky to get down there overnight. Yeah, I understand that. You have to find a friend that will let you park the pickup truck there and take you to your son's house. And Christina says, it has started to become my daily bookends. Cuppa in the morning and chanting before bed. I love that. And Christina, it's always so good to see you. I just love you, my darling. Perchetta, good morning. Good morning. I think it might be afternoon for you. I'm not sure. Or evening, but whatever it is, it's so good to see you on here. Oh, and Gabby's talking about Oakley. He wouldn't leave. I had so much cat hair up my nose. You know, Gabby, I was watching you after he had been up in your lap, and I saw you doing this to your face. I always had to do that after Gizmo was up with me. I had to do this because his fur was so fine. So it would get all over my face and yes, up my nose, all my clothes. I should have invested in those lint rollers because I probably used 100,000 of them during his lifetime. I had him for 19 years, him and Tassie, so I was constantly getting cat hair off of me. Okay, let's see what else we got going on. And yeah, he did. He stayed from start to finish. He was there the whole time. It was so beautiful. And it's Oakley with a Russian accent. I can't do a Russian accent, but you did it really well, Gabby. Oh, so cute. I love him. He's just adorable. And he's a rescue. And my Gizmo was a rescue. I got Gizmo. He was, I think, 6 weeks old. And he was an orphan. So he had been bottle fed and handled from the get-go. His mom died right after he was born. So we had a friend that was going up to Georgia. He was a Georgia kitty. He spoke with an accent. And she brought him back. And Tassie was about a year old, almost a year old at that point. And oh my gosh, you would think that her world had been invaded when he arrived. And she just stood back and I could just hear her saying, you are not bringing that into my house. And they fought their whole lives. But if one of them thought the other one was in trouble, they were the first one there to check on them and make sure they were okay. It was a weird relationship. But yeah, he bullied her and she stood up for herself, even though she was teeny tiny. She would stand up to him and to the dog. And Stacy says, have a wonderful day, y'all. I have my handsome grandson with me and he's hungry. I get to spend the day with him and feel his love. I'm so blessed. Have a beautiful day, Stacy. And Stacy, I hope that I will see you later at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock today, Eastern Time, is our book club meeting. And it's an amazing journey that we're having with this book, which is called The Return to Me by Ali O'Shea. And I just want to thank Ali. I'm blown away by the revelations that have come from this book, the things that are manifesting like crazy just from doing the work in this book. It's based on the law of attraction and so amazing. Yesterday, one of the chapters that I did was to write out the things that I see about myself where I talk to myself in a negative way. Now, I don't do that very often. There's very few times when I get down on myself and scold myself or say things, that are not positive to myself. So she had us write out in this chapter, what is it that you say about yourself that is negative. So I wrote out a few things, there's moments in my low moments, there are times when I say these things. So then the rest of that process is to write out the opposite. So I did this, and there were some things that I was getting onto myself about, like the weight and, the way I look. So I went and did my laundry after that. I'm in the laundry room, which I rarely go to the laundry room here at the complex where I live. But I went to the laundry room and I'm doing my laundry, and one of my neighbors came in, and it's someone that I don't talk to very often. We say hello, but that's about it because she's Spanish and I don't speak Spanish, no hablo español. But she came in and she's checking to see if there's a washer, and she smiled and I smiled back. And then she's talking to me in Spanish, and I'm like, no comprende. And she made this motion about the weight that I had lost and how beautiful I was looking. And I'm like, oh. And she was able to say that in English. And I'm like, wow, I just manifested that, didn't I? I just manifested someone complimenting me because I turned a negative thought around. So I attracted the positive thought to come into my experience. So it's a book that really takes you on a journey of manifesting the good things, manifesting what you desire in your life. Yeah, Sally, it's always the hardest to face ourselves. It is looking in the mirror. It's looking in the mirror, and are we criticizing as we look in that mirror? And this is the whole process with this book that we're working through. It's like, let's turn that around. Let's look at yourself in the mirror and see you in that positive. What do you see that's really good? And that's been a part of the process throughout the whole book, is looking at what you have, what attributes do you have that are really good, and really focusing on that instead of focusing on flaws. So I was so happy to have that experience. And then later on that day, I had sent a picture that I had found to Ruth and Deb, and the same thing. You're so beautiful. And I'm like, but I don't see, I don't normally see that about myself. I see beauty inside, but it's like I don't see the beauty on the outside. But to hear 2 times in one day somebody compliment me, I was like, wow, this stuff is powerful. When you put that energy out there, it's that law of attraction. It comes back to you. So I love the book. Anybody that has not done the book, if you're interested, it is wonderful. It's a wonderful experience. And today is our last book club meeting about this book, but they're all done live. So if you wanted to go back and watch the replay, Ali O'Shea, who is the author, has been coming on with us as we hold the discussions about her book. So it's really amazing to have the author right there with us. And we're talking right now about what our next book is going to be. What is it that we're going to read and talk about and discuss in the book club? And if you're not familiar with the book club, it's called Soul Food Book Club on Facebook. So come join in and let's get some really good discussions going on other books. Marietta, good morning, my sweet. So good to see you here. And Marietta, you have helped me so much. Just everything that you have taught me in the little time that I've known you. You've been amazing, amazing influence in my life, and I appreciate you. Okay, so what else do we have? Christina says, we were going to Ireland, but well, the pandemic hit, and it is a Wednesday. He is planning on a trip to the recycling center. There is some ironic humor in that. Yeah, do you think? Sounds like your husband has a really good sense of humor, Christina. And Jean Lorio says, I think that is a great title. Happy anniversary, Christina. I also love your bookends, and ditto for her. Yeah, Jean was with me with everything I did yesterday. All of these shows, is that Monday? The days are all running together now. It was Monday. Jean was in every one of the lives that I did. She was right there, my little companion, and I loved having you along with all the things that I was doing. Okay, so where am I? Prachetta is asking if my reports have come. No, they're a little slow here, Prachetta. So I had to have lab work done yesterday. I have a follow-up appointment with my oncologist next week to make sure I'm still cancer-free, which I know I am. I know this intuitively. I knew that I had it. I knew that I don't have it. So they take their time getting those reports back. So it may be next Monday before I get the results, and the oncologist will tell me what they are. Sharon says, Gizmo had an impressive meow. He most certainly did. Oh my gosh, that cat could talk more than I can talk. We out-talked each other. And Gabby has an 11-year-old to get ready for bed. Much love to you. Have a beautiful day. Oh, Gabby. Gabby, I hope that you can catch the sound healing. But if not, we understand. Okay, Sharon. His line is, hey, hey, baby. Try that in a Russian accent. Yeah, that's impressive to be able to meow in a Russian accent. So we got to give Oakley his due here. And Sharon says, it sounds like a great book. It really is a great book. I'm so glad that it came into my life because it was what I needed before I go out on this journey. All right, Sally says it. Yeah, I read that. It's the hardest thing to face ourselves. Yeah. Marietta, it's because you were so radiant. Oh, thank you, Marietta. And Sharon, I have complimented you because you've just been looking so radiant as usual. Thank you. Sally, our upbringings are so similar. It has darkened our views of ourselves. Yeah, when we have that rough start in life, and we're bullied or abused in whatever manner, if we don't hear "I love you," it does. It can darken us, but without that dark, we don't know how beautiful that light is. And I've certainly found that light in all of you. And thank you for bringing light to my world. Sharon says, I must get that book. It'll spur me on to the writing that I want to in that particular field, assessing and addressing ourselves. I've been wanting to write down all the positive things about myself and everything I have achieved so far. A couple of years ago, I met someone online that was doing bucket list counseling, or bucket list coaching. And I actually was thinking about working with him to be a bucket list coach. And I think that's that's why this has been inside of me for a while now, to go do those things that I know I'm supposed to do in this lifetime. You can call it a bucket list, you can call it the journey, or for me, a vision quest, whatever it might be. But this man that was doing bucket list coaching has you do a reverse bucket list. So, what did you do? What did you accomplish or see or experience in your life that was huge? And there are many. And so I'm writing that in my book, which is My Soul's Footprint. I love the title of my book too, and that was totally inspired. And so that's some of the things that I'm going to be writing as my reverse bucket list, and share the things that have already come to me, the things I've already experienced. You know, some of them are really amazing. Like, I've been up in a hot air balloon. I've done that. I can check that off. I've been to the Grand Canyon. I've done a sunset in Hawaii. I've been to a luau and heard some of the famous singers sing in Hawaiian. I've been to the top of a volcano, things like that. So that's going to all be in my book, about the experiences that I've done, as well as what's going to happen on this journey that I'm getting ready to take. So yeah, that's absolutely a wonderful thing to do, Sharon. And this book is an amazing jumping off point, to get you started. It's a kickstart and a kick in the butt to really look at how we talk to ourselves, how we do things, and our beliefs. It's our beliefs. And I can't remember where I read this just recently, that a belief is a thought that you keep thinking. So if you want to change your beliefs, if you want to turn that around and examine it and say, why do I believe that? You can, because a belief is just a thought that you keep going, you keep thinking that thought. So yeah, I'm all for self-examination and self-exploration, and getting to that point of really knowing you a lot better. And that's what this book has done for me. So I'm going to type in here, prayer request time. And I'd like for us to keep Camille's family in your prayers, please. Camille DeSong. So I've been in communication with Camille's sister, Michelle, and I let her know that we're not going to forget her. She just had a huge loss in letting go of her sister in the physical. And I said, we are your family. We're going to be your virtual family. So she knows that she's being lifted up. She knows that we are extending love to her every day. And let's please remember her. Okay, so what else we got going on? And Prachetta, you're chanting for me. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Chanting has made such a difference in my life. Such a difference. Sharon says, I've been wanting to write my book for so long, and this will happen sooner thanks to Teri's great collective book. I absolutely loved writing just under 2,500 words and can't wait to write a full book. So exciting. And Sharon, I will help you every step of the way. If you want my help in doing that, I've published 6 books so far and 2 anthologies I was in. So yeah, this is the journey for you. I really feel that. And she says, when the children go back to school, crystal waves will move from 11 a.m. your time to 1 p.m., which is your book club time. I really wanted to join the book club. Oh, okay. Well, we don't have to keep anything where it's at. So we can talk about that, Sharon, and see if there's a better time for the book club to meet. Maybe we'll go to 11 a.m. Who knows? Who knows what will happen in this crazy world, right? So Christina says, instead of a kick the bucket list, I have a life basket. Ooh, I like that. I love that idea. Yeah, because that's what mine feels like. It feels like I've been putting things in that basket. Those are my experiences. And every experience that we have in life brings us to that person we are at the moment. So I love your idea, Christina. That's beautiful. And Sharon says, Teri, I still haven't gotten around to buying one of your books. So please advise which one you think I should go for. Well, Sharon, I really, really love my book called Hugs and Love. Hugs and Love came about because I was going through a year of purging energy, purging all of the low vibration stuff out of me from the very beginning of my life, letting go of things. And it was such a beautiful process. At the time that I was going through it, I didn't see it as beautiful because it was very painful. So as I went every night with a spirit guide to purge out stuff, to let go of it fully and close the door on it. And this is what he had me do. This was my process. I would go into meditation. My spirit guide would meet with me and he'd say, okay, now we're going here to a certain place where an experience had happened. And I'd go kicking and screaming. I'm like, I can't do that. And I did use that word can't. Like, no, I can't face that. I can't do that. But he would take me to places where there had been abuse, places where it wasn't a very pleasant experience in this lifetime. And I would have to, in my mind, I would have to go there, see it very clearly, visualize it, touch things, really reach out and touch furniture and doors and things that were there. And then I did the forgiveness work and I walked out that door and closed the door and walked away. And I did this almost every night for months, for absolutely months. So the name of that book is Hugs and Love, My 9-Month Journey. I think it's 5-month journey from cocoon to butterfly. And so the book is full of the lessons that I learned. And they are all lessons that we all can learn from in that letting go process. And there were beautiful inspirations that came through during that time. So that's one of my favorites. Sharon is Hugs and Love. There's also Changes, which is an anthology. It has 12 stories in it. I wrote a book about the energy healing modality that I do called Time Heals. And then there's Time Heals for Animals. So yeah, there's a lot out there. I also have a gratitude journal called Gratitude Base. And that is one that you can write every day, who you're grateful for. So just see what spirit inspires you, Sharon, and see what happens there. Okay, so where are we? Carrie, you showed up. Good morning, sweetheart. And you're still feeling puny. Well, let's raise that vibration. Let's get that feeling high. And Prachetta, special prayers for my dearest fairy Teri, for excellent health and happiness, for all your trillions of cells to be absolutely healthy. Prayers of abundance, courage, and strength for Tracy, David, Sally, for Cheer, Neil, and everyone in my family. Prayers for excellent health for Tony, Wendy, Stacy, Hope, and beautiful Shantae. Love you all. Thank you, Prachetta. And Sharon, bless you. It's difficult for me to find the right time to broadcast as there is a program of events on Enlightened World Network, so I can't interrupt those. Then the kids come home from school. I understand. I get it, honey. And I'm flexible. So yeah, let's talk about that. And Sally just went through this at the beginning of starting this center. It's not easy to go through. It is not. It is like the hardest thing I've done in my life, Sally, to be honest. And I've been through a lot of hard things. I've been through kidney failure. I've been through cancer. So this was harder than any of that, to go in and fully clear out what doesn't serve you, to clear out those things that are just holding you down. But it was once I went through the journey, once I purged all of that, then I was able to fly. I was able to come forward into who I truly am as a light worker, as an energy healing facilitator. So yeah, I'm very happy that I even had the experience. And it's hugs with a Z. So this is the book, Hugs Love. And you can find it on Amazon. Okay, so we got to get into our prayer time. Let's see what else is on here. Christina, prayers for light workers to remain loving, kind, compassionate, and have strength. And Suzanne, I'd like to put myself and my daughter into the circle of prayer. Absolutely. And let's put Carrie in there. Let's put Deirdre, who is traveling, and Wendy. Let's remember Wendy and hope that your health improves every day, Wendy. I know that your surgery will be coming up pretty soon. And I feel that already you're healing. I feel the healing happening. Okay. And I want to put my friend Joanne. I don't know if that was her that was trying to get on this morning. Yes, all of my books are on Amazon, Christina. Some of them are under Terry Miller and some are under Teri Angel. I've written under both names. So I can put a link in the group if you'd like for anyone that wants to find the books that are on there. And Julie says, Teri, so inspired by you. God bless you for supreme trust in the universe. That's exactly what it is, Julie. When I walk out that door and lock it behind me for the last time of my little cave that I have here, it's going to be an adventure. It's going to be a real adventure to have a complete change in my life. I mean, this is a complete change from what I have known. Everything that I have materially is going out the door. And I'm only keeping things that have true meaning to me, things that have been given to me. I was going through my jewelry yesterday, and as I was going through some of the bracelets and the necklaces and the beautiful pieces that people have given to me over the years, and I remembered everything that has come to me as a gift. I remembered it all. And Sharon Boyle, you gave me a beautiful sun catcher for the window. That's going with me on my trip. It's going to be right there with me. So things like that were given, that is staying with me forever. And I just want you all to know that if you have gifted me with anything, it's still in my possession and I will never let it out of my possession. So, yeah. Julie, prayers for all in need. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Yes, that would be a wonderful help to be bringing in some of the abundance for the trip. And I'm not worried about it. I'm not stressing over how this trip is financed. I'm not stressing at all. My sister is. My sister is like, how are you going to live? How are you going to survive? But I can do what I do anywhere I go. I can teach. I can hold sessions. I do life coaching. I'm a happiness coach. So I can do that anywhere. As long as I have a phone, I can do that. I can still be online. I can still hold trainings. So I'm not concerned about how the abundance is going to come. I know that I'm taken care of. And I've always said this, whatever is needed, it will be there. And holding that in trust and in confidence, I know that it will be. So let's do our prayer time. And thank you all for being here. And yes, Sharon, exactly. There are plenty of soul people who will be happy to have you stay with them along my journey. I'm really wanting to meet some of you in person. And I'll do couch surfing. I'm very happy to sleep on a couch. I'm going to have a blow up air bed with me anyway. I have a tent and an air bed. What more do I need? So Sally, when I come see you, I have my air bed. Jean, writing my chapter called Finding My Father has been freeing for me. Love and gratitude to my spiritual family for helping me do this purge. I love that, Jean. All right, so let's take a deep breath in. Let's take that collective breath, going to where our true self is, right inside this beautiful journey that we are on here in this human vessel. Has so many experiences, so much love, so much contrast. And it's in the contrast that we find that home inside of us. We're all walking each other home. I say this every day. We're walking each other home. And when we find that home inside of us, we see the light. We see that home so filled with beautiful love, energy that we get from each other. We see that home as warm and inviting. Just go there now. Open the door to your home that's inside of you. Do this visually. Just envision the door handle. What does it look like? What does your door handle look like? Maybe it's round and you have to hold it in the palm of your hand and turn it one way or another. Maybe it's one of those that you grab onto and pull up or down to open. Whatever your door on your home looks like, just open it now. Just reach out and really feel it. What does it feel like? Is it cold to the touch? Is it warm? Is it hot? Is it shiny and smooth? Or are there grooves in that door handle? What does your door handle look like that you're opening right inside of you to your home? Just open it now. And what does the door look like? Let's envision that door. Does it have glass? Or is it solid? What color is it? What color is the door to your home? For me, I see a shiny doorknob that I'm going to turn. And yes, I see glass, but it's glass that is kind of distorted. So as I look through the glass before I even walk in the door, I can see lights, and they're like prisms of light coming through that door. So turn the knob now and open your door. What do you see? What do you see inside of your home that's right there in your heart? Do you see light? Do you see color? Do you see people in your home? Are you holding people in your heart and you see them there, whether they're people that are here in the physical or in spirit? What else is in your home? Are there beloved animals in there? Are there places there that hold a special meaning for you? What about your spirit guides, your angels? Are there angels inside of that home? I have Archangel Michael standing at the door, welcoming me into my home. And what are you filling that home with? Look around and see what you spot there inside of your home. And how big is it? Mine is immense. It just keeps going. There are so many rooms in this home. I can walk into each room and see different things, different people, different sceneries. I see paintings on the wall of things that have special meaning to me. So just take a moment to explore your home that's inside of your heart. Just sit in a comfortable chair. Make yourself at home and sit there surrounded by beauty, surrounded by grace, surrounded by the energy of the angels. Immerse yourself in the love that's right there inside of your heart. Is there anything that doesn't belong in there? Is there something you're holding in your heart that you've been holding on to and said, I can't let go of this. I want to hold on to this. I want to bring this with me. Maybe it's time to let it go so that that love can just really fill up the entire home and not have that coal sitting at the front. Just let go of all of that stuff that's heavy. Anything that you've tried to bring along with you, just let go of it. You don't need it anymore. If you're holding on to some regret, if your heart is hurting because it's been broken, or because somebody has disappointed you or let you down in some way, just let go of any of that right now and focus on the positive. Focus on what you do have. That basket list of things that you experienced. See that sitting in your home. And now with all of that love and all that light, let's shine that out into the world. Let's shine it on all these prayer requests that we gathered today. See them all together. See them in their perfection. See each person healthy and happy and whole. And let's do the same for our beautiful Mother Gaia. See the energy really going to Gaia, blessing her, encouraging her, holding her, and asking for God, source energy, to bring through a blanket of peace with all of our hearts gathered together. Let's bring through peace on earth. We do it with our intention. We do it with our love of our fellow beings, lifting up each other, respecting each other, honoring the journey, and help to walk each other to our home. So as you're still inside of that house, inside of you, that beautiful place called home, let's share our energy together right now. Let's go to somebody else's house or invite them to yours. Ask them to come into your home. And as they're there, say to them, I love you. Welcome to my home. Welcome to my heart. I love you. And now, let's do the same with everybody here. Our homes are big enough to hold everyone. Everyone that's in our soul family can fit in your heart. So let's do that. Let's call everyone into our home. We're all having a party inside. So bring them in. Bring in everyone into your heart. All those names that you see listed in the audience. Everyone that's not here for whatever reason. The ones that came and left, let's hold them also. The ones that came in as we were doing the prayer, hold everybody there in that place called home inside your heart and give them a big welcome. We're going to give them a big hug and we're going to say gratitude for them being in our life. So at the count of 3, we are going to send this love out to everybody, pulling them into our heart. So 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. And you're all in my home. You're all right here with me. And you're going to stay with me as long as I'm in this physical body And when I go into spirit, you're going right there. I'll be holding you and watching and loving on you, even from beyond. This is a forever life soul food. We are forever. So thank you. Thank you for being my family. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for holding me up. And every day for increasing the level of my frequency, my vibration. I love you all so much. And Sally, you were getting your lower back and shoulders worked on while listening. Yay! Awesome. Maria Cefalo, welcome. So glad you joined us this morning. Stella Jonas, thank you for joining in this morning. And Rick Morrow, love to you, my dear friend. You all are so beautiful. So stay with us here at Enlightened World today. Sharon Boyle will be on 11 o'clock this morning Eastern, which is only a couple of hours away, like almost 2.5 hours, or less than 2.5 hours. And there's all kinds of things going on. So many, many blessings to you as you go about your day or your night, wherever you are. And absolutely, Marietta, everything is working perfectly. It is. It's working perfectly. Just allow, accept, align, allow, and just let it be. Let it be, because it's perfect just the way it is. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you back tomorrow morning. And let's just go have fun today. Make it fun. Dance around in your house. We should all be dancing every day, moving and dancing. And that was one of the pictures I found of myself from 28 years ago. I was in a dance competition. So I'll share that in the group as well. And just have fun. Have fun. That's what life is all about. It's all about the dance. It really is all about the dance. Just keep dancing. Bye, everybody. See you at 11 with Sharon Boyle. Bye.